now we're back with Jupiter in Gemini. Jupiter in Gemini. Whoa. Okay. First, all I would have to say is that these people love information. Information. These people feel lucky. They feel prepared when they have information. Do you understand me? Like, will not go into a conference. They will not want to teach a lesson. They will not want to go and present any type of information if they feel like it's not the best information, like the top information, like the end all be all. Now I know Geminis could, that energy, a lot of people say that that's quick, fast information. Whatever information, bit information they can pass on, they will. Okay, you have this here, but you also have Jupiter. And Jupiter is saying, like, no, I want more. Okay, I want more. I don't want just anything. So you have that aspect play out. I will have to say that with Jupiter and Gemini, there is an aspect to this placement to where, yes, they have to be willing to sort through information that they get, because people will hold them accountable for information they get. They could be considered gossipers. Okay. But they are like, if you have Jupiter and Gemini, you could be a broadcaster. You could be like a news reporter. You could do media content, like on YouTube where you have different people doing what celebrities do in their life or what's going on in the new and the now. Jupiter and Gemini could definitely be individuals that do this, especially depending on where they have Jupiter and Gemini at. Like, is this in your 7th house, 3rd, 10th? Okay. But these people definitely can get a hold to information and pass it on, whether it be just regular gossip, whether it be like actual information that they use to teach others. You can find pretty good teachers with this placement. What I will have to say about Jupiter and Gemini is at an opposition. Because first of all, we have mercurial energy, and then we have it coming along with Jupiter. Okay, that's opposition, is in opposition to itself. So sometimes, most times, a lot of times, you will find individuals with Jupiter and Gemini get information but hold it to themselves, or they'll feel like they could only give it to a selected group of people. Okay, so these people, they have passed through a certain level, or they have a certain level of understanding, or they are privy to what I'm saying, so they get to have this information. And then others is like, okay, I keep it to myself and I'm only going to share it with 1 or 2 distinct people. Okay. But it's like they never really get tired of having information. They could learn anything rather quick. Something that it took other placements a long amount of time to learn, they can learn it like that. They can learn it like that, and they pick it up. They're constantly ciphering information. Okay, I heard this, I heard that, but I don't think that information works for me. That's not what I want. I'll keep this and I'll let that particular bit of information go. This is how they work. Okay, they're very intellectual. So the opposition actually makes for a positive, or a very big, the opposition actually works in a powerful way for them, because it lets them, instead of just, they have the opportunity to just put information out there, but it's like, if they are that type, they learn along the way, like, okay, that's not going to help them. But the opposition helps them look at the details more. It helps them see the bigger picture for the information. They could actually, yes, while they're actually interested in information for information's sake, they are looking, a lot of them, depending on the sun sign too, are looking for information that is actually beneficial. They like to communicate. I feel like these are some of the best teachers in the whole zodiac. And this makes them good in business because they know how to negotiate. It doesn't, other placements in the chart determines whether you're going to be a good business person and starting a business and running it on your own. Other placements make that important, like if you're going to be able to do that or not with this placement. But this placement alone may not say that you can necessarily run a business by yourself or start one. But it can say that a person can use you to help them expand on what their business aspects are, or their business goals are, or or you're able to network. It's like your networking that you do can bring business for you and others. Okay, so you may not necessarily even be into business, but you have those skills, is what I'm trying to say. It's like I went all around the world just to say that. So, and you guys like to communicate. Jupiter and Gemini loves to communicate. They'll find a partner to communicate with. They could find many partners. Like at one point in time, they're communicating with these people. Then the next point in time, they're communicating with these people. And next point in time, they're communicating with these people. And they expect to actually keep up with all these people. Okay? And along the way, they're suggesting, hey, you do this, you do that. They could be a little bit dominating in what they believe and what they're communicating. They could be very blunt, and it could come off harsh, and it could be dominating, like, okay, because I said this, or because I learned this, this is my experience, this is the end all be all. It may be hard for them to take in other people's opinions very easily. They'll listen to you, they may hear you, but they may not be so quick to take in the opinions of others. But all in all, and Jupiter and Gemini can build a classroom, have their own class, teach their own class, teach your own subject, teach your own interest, expand or give out information, like create something, just talking about their own experiences. Start your own church. Okay, you can set up your own group, network within that. All right, teach people in group settings, and I see this work very well with group settings online as well. I mean, in person, but the people that don't want to do it in person, it's like a side thing, or like just being able to live your passion. Group settings online, okay. But whatever the case may be, because you go through groups of people, you have access to groups of people. You may have interest into different people, different partners. If this is in your 7th house, you definitely do. It may be hard for you to narrow down on one choice, one partner, one lover. If you have this in your 1st house, you can constantly have other people coming to you. And that could make it to where it's hard for you to narrow down on a particular direction to go in, like a particular partner as well, And if you do, what direction do we take it? Okay? There's always these choices. Well, you're supposed to use this information and communication skills to help you narrow down these choices. Okay? So, women with Jupiter and Gemini husbands, they could, if you have this placement, your husband could be a teacher. Okay? A very good businessman, or a very good negotiator. He can negotiate a lot of things, and also can be very creative. Jupiter and Gemini individuals can be very creative, okay? They become motivated as they are able to use their creativity. They can do many things. They're multifaceted. So, a woman with their husband could be multifaceted like this. Like, they find inspiration, they find luck in being creative, in communicating. They could talk a lot. Okay, they could talk a good game too. They could talk a lot about what they're gonna do, but don't do it depending on the sun sign, or make it's hard to do. But they have a very big vision as well. They can doubt that, like you can see them go back and forth with, okay, I'm gonna do this, but then I don't know because of A, B, or C, all these reasons. So they can go back and forth, saying they're going to do one thing, then the other, changing up what they believe about something, because the more information you get, the more, things start to change. They could be very blunt and straightforward with their words. And it could push you to get, like, do more, open up your business, go get more education, and sometimes you could just be like, please stop, back off, because you keep pushing what you want me to do on me, but it's not me, it's what you want me to do, okay? But they're highly intelligent. I will say this, your husband is highly intelligent, they got to find ways to put it to use though. Because some of them is going to put it into use, but not all of them are going to put it into use. They could be ministers. They could be professors. They can write. They can have the ability to write, blog, all of that. Instruct people how to do a particular job. You know, you could usually see like in their job or in their work, people would get them to teach somebody else on how to do a job that they want done. Okay? So very creative. They could be a little bit argumentative as well, but they can motivate you and they can support you at the same time. Or they'll push you along to do better. Like, okay, you need to do better. You can do more. All right? So, this has been Jupiter and Gemini. I'm Butterfly to Light. Like, share, subscribe. I'll be back.